Listen out for Love is a story about a young and driven woman, Peyton Pepper, who aims to go higher in her job. She is paired with a loose, brash, but easygoing host, Alex, to build up a podcast and mold him into a better star. Peyton listens to a radio show which is produced by the studio she works in, called Shake Up. Her colleague, Georgie, joins her as they walk together. Georgie encourages Peyton to submit a pitch to the organization so that she could be an executive producer. Although Peyton has visualized the moment, she needs to execute it. She wants to grow higher in her profession. She cites a wallpaper on the building opposite her office, which showcases her ex-boyfriend, Graham. She broke up with Graham after he left her for better opportunities. She claims that she is focusing on the future and not the heartbreak that Graham caused. Peyton trains her replacement, Clarissa, on how things run in the office. It is showtime as a podcaster, and Felicia is not in her seat. She locked herself in an office to meditate on love vibes. Peyton assures Felicia that everything will be alright, so she should embrace her talent. Felicia can step out to do her live interview and later commends Peyton for pushing her to do so. Felicia hopes to read her love vibes by reading her palms, but Peyton rejects the offer, stating that it's not the right time. The director of Shake Up Studios, Olivia, shows up and asks Peyton if they will go have brunch. Olivia reveals to her that she would be catering for the host, Alex. Peyton is immediately scared because Alex is not her ideal person, as he is chaotic and isn't groomed for something serious. Olivia mentions to her that Alex is great at adding numbers to their ratings. That influences Peyton to see him, along with the promise that she would get the position she has been longing for. Back at the office, Peyton picks up a book by her middle-aged mentor, Jacqueline Gray, and reads a quote from it. With optimism, she decides to go forward with the show and texts Alex. Alex immediately invites her to meet and to come dressed for an adventure. When Peyton gets home, she watches an old video of Alex interviewing someone on his television show, Bring It. Alex screws it up and ends up embarrassing and provoking the guest. She worries that he may not be able to handle it, but decides to give him a chance. She meets up with him at the rock climbing place. Alex is shocked that she looks exactly like what her profile says and notices that she doesn't have a lot of information. She had no idea that she would be climbing along with him until he mentions that he told her to dress for an adventure. He teases that she didn't make the right first impression by not dressing for an adventure like he told her to. She takes off her blazer and he straps her on to climb. Peyton tries to make a conversation and tells him that she is thrilled to work with him. He doesn't believe the words she is saying. He emphasizes that they need to trust each other, and that's why he suggested rock climbing for both. After they finish climbing, she expresses optimism and knows that she can handle anything. He places his career in her hands and hopes that she would make the best of it. Peyton assures him that she can do so. Alex is about to leave as he has plans with Jacqueline Gray. Eager, she suggests that she should walk him out. He teases her for making up for her lack of preparation with perseverance. The cafe owner, Roman, invites them in, and Peyton is shocked to see that Alex is friends with Jacqueline. Jacqueline is responsible for helping him out in his career, and they have known each other for years. Peyton returns to the office where Olivia tells her that Alex called, upset, but it is all a joke. Alex shows up with a parcel to congratulate her on landing the job. In the parcel is a tiny violin. Confused, she asks him for the thought behind the gift, and he states that she is his maestro and is ready to let her run his strings. To kick off work, Peyton informs him that they need to work hard and has categorized his strengths and weaknesses into a paper. After being asked about the subject of his podcast, he mentions that he wants a lot of things. While she talks about focus, Alex stands up to check out Jacqueline Gray's book collection by her office and goes through it. He cuts her off by asking her if she is hungry. Even when she says she has eaten, he invites her for lunch. While at lunch, he asks to hear the strengths that she had written down. Alex is great at getting people to open up, so Peyton suggests that he should practice the art of conversation, since health and wellness are their focus on the podcast. Alex is known to wing things in his career and just go with the flow, unlike Peyton, who is structured and prefers to plan things out. They come about the subject of love, and he suggests that instead of preaching about how love matters to everyone, he should mention the fact that self-love also matters. She immediately loves the idea and pushes on it. Peyton suggests inviting a known therapist, Spencer, for the episode and wants to draw a structured plan. He narrows his brows at her. She immediately understands what he means and says, "Or I could just wing it." Alex stands to leave for his meeting with the studio designer. He lets her know that he has a name for his show. She tries to tell him about her ideas, but he brushes it off and promises her that she would see them at the reveal. The name of the show is Art of Alex, and he kicks off by interviewing Spencer. Spencer tells the audience that love is good for the heart and pushes on the fact that everyone should have each other. Alex turns the show around by bringing up how Spencer is single. Alex shames him for not finding love but telling others to. He gestures to Peyton and suggests that they should find the doctor's love. Despite her shaking her head and non-verbally trying to tell him no, he speaks more about it. Spencer gets upset and calls Alex unprofessional. Peyton races after Spencer and tries to get him back to the show. Spencer is upset that Alex insulted him and walks away. Peyton is castigated by Olivia, who tells her that she needs to mold Alex. Olivia informs her that if the show doesn't work, both might not get what they want. Alex then explains his reason for what he did. He wanted to speak on what the audience was probably thinking. Alex promises to make it up to Peyton and takes her to Jacqueline Gray. Jacqueline mentions that Alex needs focus and Peyton quickly agrees with her. When she gets a text from her ex, Alex presses that she should not respond and that she deserves more. It gives an insight into Jacqueline's love life. Jacqueline humorously says to Peyton that she helps him with his career, and he helps her out with dating. Roman comes to the table to ask about her taste, and Alex notices the spark between them. Jacqueline resumes talking about love and says that love is one thing she has not been able to master. She was previously engaged before but let it all go because of her career. Peyton immediately comes up with the idea of Alex helping Jacqueline find love. It would be in the form of a series. Jacqueline applauds the idea as she is looking for a platform to launch her charity 2 Hearts. 2 Hearts charity matches an only child to a pet. The initiative behind this was that she was an only child and also felt lonely on some days while her parents were away. Peyton asks her if she doesn't mind sharing her personal life on television. Jacqueline proves that she is prepared for it and begins to say a quote from her book, which Peyton finishes with a smile on her face. Jacqueline mentions that she did her research on Peyton and pushed Alex to take an interest in her. They all decide to start producing the show, Jackie Finds Love. The first step is to find men. Peyton tells the boss, who approves of it. Jacqueline's team also approves of it and is on board. Olivia is glad that Jackie's presence will get ratings. At a late-night meeting between Peyton and Alex, she mentions that she got the Lincoln Center for the finale, and Alex says it is a classy place for Jackie. When asked about love, Peyton expresses that she doesn't use dating apps, but believes the right man would walk into her life. Alex says that he is the same. Peyton suggests that Jackie should meet guys the normal way, while Alex believes that Jackie is popular and doesn't need someone who would stress her and worry about her fame. Peyton is impressed that he truly cares for Jacqueline. He wants the best for her, to get the right person for her. He doesn't care if the show gets a rating but wants her to get someone good. Before the night ends, Alex further thanks her for choosing to take on his case. He promises to not let her down. Jacqueline begins to take pictures for the promotional charity show. They have found a child named Charlotte to give a pet to. Concerning the show about love, Peyton suggests speed dating to meet men. Jacqueline is unsure about that, but Peyton says a quote from her book to convince her. Her publicist, Tiffany, asks that Alex be in the pictures with them. Jackie further invites Peyton to take pictures with them. She steps aside, and Alex and Peyton take fun and cute pictures together. Jackie looks at the pictures and calls it chemistry. Jackie, while accompanied by Peyton and Alex, goes for speed dating. She meets with the first man and they begin to chat. Another contestant, Barry, shows up and immediately gets close to Jackie. From another table away, Alex mentions that Barry is the one for her. Peyton laughs, saying that he thought the same for the other guys. Alex notices that Barry is giving her the look of two people who have chemistry. Barry suggests that Jackie leaves with him to get to know each other better. Jackie agrees and asks that Alex and Peyton take over the speed dating tale while she gets to know Barry. Alex takes her to the table and she begins to ask him questions. They start up small questions by asking about animal preferences and favorite seasons. Alex starts asking serious questions. He asks if she is a morning person, and she answers that the morning is the best thing. He is the opposite, a night person. Alex reveals that the best thing that happened today for him is the speed dating test that they are on. She blushes at his answer. They both look at Jackie and Barry as they continue to bond. She teases that maybe they should change the show name to Jackie Found Love. Alex explains that Jacqueline's pattern is pushing men away. He wants her to find someone good. When Peyton wants to leave, Alex stays behind to ensure that Jacqueline is okay. Back at the office, Alex interviews Jacqueline for the speech dating. Olivia commends Peyton for her work. Peyton suggests that finding love at the first sight is the next approach and they should meet more people. Peyton is worried that it would be a dating app. Alex tells her to shoot her shot instead of waiting for the right man to do so. Jacqueline doesn't believe that she has a crush. Alex contradicts that she has someone. He is referring to Roman. They go to his restaurant where Jacqueline asks him out on a date. He intends to take her salsa dancing. Back at the house, Alex teaches her how to salsa date while Peyton reads the report from their first show. They celebrate success. Jacqueline receives a message from Barry, who wants to go out again. Alex believes that she should play hard to get. Peyton agrees with Alex, who says that patience is great. They resume dancing salsa. The date night comes at the salsa club. Roman and Jacqueline dance and Alex begins to dance with Peyton. Jacqueline calls it a night with Roman as they walk away together, leaving Peyton and Alex to enjoy their time together. They are slow dancing. He gets a message from Jacqueline, which came in an hour ago, that she got home safely. He didn't get the message because he was busy with her. They both realize that it is getting late. He invites her to catch an early breakfast with him. They talk about the contestants. They need to try the old-fashioned way of meeting a man. Peyton wonders why he doesn't have a partner. She apologizes for stepping out of her way and not being professional. He believes that love is not easy for him. His last relationship was 3 years ago. Peyton is asked about her own story. She tells the story of her ex not being the epic love that she thought he would be. To bear their hearts out, Peyton informs him that she watched the chaotic video of him annoying his guest on Bring It. He explains that he is a sellout. When he started hosting, he wanted to make a difference but changed when the audience required something fun from him. Peyton encourages him that he should focus more on the future. After breakfast, he says that he had a good time and she smiles, stating that it was the best thing that happened today. They bid each other goodnight and sparks are beginning to fly between the two. Peyton runs into Graham on the street and he introduces his girlfriend, Ayanna. It is awkward between the three. Ayanna leaves to take pictures around the park. Left alone, Graham mentions that it was destiny that they both met. He commends her accomplishment with the show. He loves that she is getting the recognition she wants, but doesn't like that Alex is involved. When she tries to leave, she says that she shouldn't be a stranger. She knows their story has ended. Back at the office, Georgie shows Peyton the promotional videos for the finale. Graham texts Peyton to apologize for his words, hoping that they did not hurt her, telling her that they came from a place of admiration. He suggests they should meet up. Peyton tells Georgie about the timing being wrong as she hints that he may have feelings for Alex. Back at the interview, Jacqueline explains how her date with Roman went. It ended with a peck on the lips, but she isn't feeling a connection like she felt for Barry. They want her to meet a man organically. Riding around the park is the right way to meet someone. Jacqueline begins to connect with the guy while riding. After the ride, he mentions that his wife would love to meet him. She is disappointed that he is married and tells them about it. Peyton suggests the next location, the museum. Jacqueline, along with Alex and Peyton, meets up with Tiffany, who gives her news about the charity. Charlotte's grandfather, Stuart, expresses gratitude for helping his little girl with a pet. He immediately shoots his shot at Jacqueline, asking her if she rides. He hopes to learn how to ride more and jumps at the opportunity to have her close. She gets invited for a ride by him and accepts. The date comes. Stuart is excited to be part of the podcast as they record the episode. Alex is not convinced about him being the right person. He claims Stuart may be looking for ways to be famous. Peyton watches Jacqueline and Stuart's conversation and quickly understands Alex's feelings. Stuart is a widower and is looking for love. Peyton hopes to give Jackie love more than ever because she deserves it. Alex speaks about the fact that he owes her happiness for everything that she has done. Peyton lets him know that he exceeded the impression she had of him before meeting him. He lets her know about the situation with his job. After the bad interview, he was forced to resign by the producers. He had to act like he was just moving on from the job opportunity. Olivia is not aware of the decision the producers made to fire him, and he hopes that he can maximize the opportunity to grow as a star. He gives her a flower and expresses gratitude. Peyton confesses that it was Olivia who asked her to give him a chance, but now that she knows his real personality, she is glad that she didn't reject him. They are distracted as Jackie and Stuart show up. Stuart suggests that they should go on a date but doesn't give details. Alex worries that Stuart might ghost her because he didn't specify the time when he would call her back. Back at the office, Alex and Jackie need to do a recap of the date with Stuart and get ready for a finale. She is dejected when she gets a text message from Stuart, backing from the date because he is not ready to move on from his late wife. Peyton quickly suggests he goes out with Barry while they use the week to figure out who her real love is. Jackie hopes that whoever she would date would have to understand what she has to do. Georgie reads the ratings of the show as 100 people have purchased tickets for the finale show. Peyton is excited that things are finally working out. Felicia speaks about her energy and can tell that it's from love. Peyton informs her that she and Alex are only friends, despite the connection between them. She is pulled away by Georgie, who tells her that Graham plans to move to the studio and take Alex's place. Peyton soon notices that he wants to use the opportunity to get between her and Alex. She chooses not to tell Alex and ignores Graham's messages. Alex and Peyton listen to the recording of the podcast together. She is worried that they are messing with love and dismissing Jackie's feelings all because of the show. Alex assures her that everything will be alright and Jackie will find someone. Jackie calls them to meet at the restaurant where she gives the news about Barry. Barry claims that he doesn't want anything to do with her after he heard the podcast for the first time. He was hurt that she dismissed his invitation to go out so that she could go out with someone else. Peyton tries to make things better by urging her to blame her and Alex. Although Jackie had mentioned that, Barry was still upset that she is playing with his heartstrings for a show. Jackie is upset that once again, she chose her professional career over her personal life. Peyton is sad to see Jackie dejected about the plan. Jackie walks away, saying that it is easier to not love. She decides to not do the show again. Alex blames himself for what happened and Peyton quickly agrees that he pushes her too hard. He is confused as to why she is only blaming him and not herself since they thought about it together. She approved the ideas. She is upset that he got her to go over her guts about the show and ideas and further claims that he is too much to handle. He wonders why she didn't complain before this and says she was moved by the ratings on the show. Peyton asks that he should talk to Jackie to change her mind about the show because she listens to him. When he refuses, she decides to do it herself. Alex leaves her, telling her that he would be indirectly waiting for her apology. Back at the office, Peyton tries to reach Jackie to explain, but she refuses to answer. Olivia comes with good news, stating that they landed Graham into the show. Unknown to them, Alex listens. Olivia further explains that the budget would have to be cut and people would lose their jobs, but Graham is the mothership for the show and would give the studio high ratings. Graham requested that she would be the producer. Shocked, Peyton asks for time to think about the decision. Peyton then gets a call from Graham and agrees to meet with him at their normal spot. Graham gifts her flowers and explains that he was ready to make the move. He wants to allow her to be big in her career. Peyton believes he is doing it for selfish reasons as he cannot stand to see her successful with someone else. Peyton asks about his girlfriend and how she feels about him working with his ex. Graham reveals that he broke up with her. He claims that the decision is strictly professional, but she rejects his offer. She is aware that the studio would fire her and Alex but doesn't care. On her way back home, she calls Alex, who ignores her phone calls. Peyton meets him packing his things as he has quit. He thinks that she agreed to Graham's proposition. Alex doesn't want her to do something she doesn't want to do and tells her that it was fun while it lasted. She apologizes for what she said about them not being the right pair, but he leaves. Both reminisce about the times that they spent together. She listens to the past recording of Jackie stating she wanted a connection with Barry. Peyton meets up with Barry and plays the recording for him. Peyton is worried that Alex won't respond to her calls or messages. She tells Georgie that she felt a connection with him. Peyton realizes that it is a training day for Alex and Jackie. She goes to meet them at the park and apologizes to them. She informs Alex that she rejected Graham's opportunity and is very interested in taking the show to the next level. They agree that the event should be changed to a live event where there can be donations. Jackie visits Olivia to inform her that she bought the rights to the show and that it would be moving forward. Olivia is surprised but wishes them good luck. It is the finale event. Alex thanks Peyton for listening to her guts. She corrects him that she listened to her heart. She ignores a call from Graham as they prepare for the event. Jackie kicks off the event by showing Charlotte and her new dog. She is thrilled that the numbers are already high. They begin the podcast with Jackie sharing 3 lessons she had learned. People come into our lives for different reasons. Things come from the unexpected to surprise you, and sometimes connections are just too special to miss. Barry shows up, and Jackie is shocked to see him. They embrace. Alex ends the show by saying it is a happy ending. Olivia congratulates them for their successful live stream program and tells Peyton that she is proud of her. She teases that she was playing the matchmaker for her and Alex after all. Jackie gives the votes of thanks for the event. She owns the rights to Art of Alex. She is forming her media company and allowing Peyton to be the director. After the event, Peyton and Alex dance. He tells her that he regrets not doing something the night they danced. They share their first kiss.